Widdershins, god damn it.
Had some technical problems.
Again, they fucking... you know how it is on Facebook when they update the app and screw shit up that wasn't screwed up before? Mm-hmm. You know, what happened? Somebody said, we played the song about my dick. And somebody said, oh, it's a song about the large package. And all I did, I went to the chat room and typed LOL, and there was no way to get out of the chat room ever. I tried every trick in the book, couldn't get out of the chat room. Thanks, Spreaker, for updating that crap.
What do?
So we started again.
We rebooted,
but now we've got it's broken up into two broadcasts. Our listeners are going, what the fuck happened? Hopefully they're figuring it out, because our listeners are smart listeners. And the rest of you are listening to the archives. So
Trump arrives at Capitol for a speech to Congress.
Trump is arriving at the Capitol.
And we just saw that the designated survivor is fucking Rick Perry. So nobody killed Trump right now.
Yeah. Rick Perry is the designated survivor. So, those of you just joining us or didn't catch the first part of the broadcast, we're waiting for Trump's State of the Union speech, which we will bitch about and complain about. And I think Marta needs more to drink, because we have to take a drink every time he lies.
Oh, so, God.
So talk to him
I didn't know it was going to be one of those deals.
It's always those deals.
We have to take a drink every time he lies?
Well, I warmed up. I got started.
Tiffany's there. What? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. Phew. I just quickly saw somebody out of the corner of my eye for a second who I thought for a second was Madonna. But it's not Madonna. It's, I don't know who it is. But out of the corner of my eye, look, doesn't she kind of look like Madonna a little bit? Oh, they're not showing her anymore. But then his daughter, Tiffany, is there. All the usual suspects.
All the usuals.
I don't see... Chuck Schumer is there. I don't know. A bunch of dudes with gray hair. Oh, there's Pence with his harness.
The imagery is never going to leave.
Yeah. Oh, there's Booker. Well, they showed that turtle, Mitch McConnell.
All right, so we're waiting for Trump. The speech is scheduled to begin in
and they showed
8
that
minutes,
dude.
but they're going to have all kind of junk.
They showed Lindsey Graham. Who else? She should take his hand and freak him out. Because, he's not. He said he's not ever in a room with a woman unless his wife is present.
Oh.
You know that?
Yeah.
Because, men can't be trusted to keep it in their pants.
Yeah, well, especially him. He'll grab him by the pussy.
I don't know if Pence does that. I think he likes dick.
Oh, yeah. Pence grab him by the dick.
Okay. Are we going to turn it up? Or
we're going to turn it up when
down,
something's actually happening. Something. Okay, here. Well,
yeah,
they're not talking. The reporters are still talking. So.
They're just standing there looking at people.
Yep. Nancy Pelosi's blinking. Pence is acting like he's looking somewhere else.
He's picturing how all these men would look in a harness, too. You see that smile?
Yeah.
Ooh, man in uniform.
So if you're just if you were listening before and you're just joining the new broadcast, Spreaker updated their app, and once I chatted with somebody in the chat room, there's no way to exit except to reboot the phone. So we're gonna have one of those broken up broadcasts. I hope you're all getting back in here for the good stuff, or maybe the stuff leading up to it. And our banter was actually good stuff. I don't know. So Trump's arriving at the Capitol. Speech is scheduled to begin in 6 minutes. They say he's going to be more aggressive in his attack on the Democrats. And
then we have a rebuttal from Stacey Abrams.
Yeah, and that's the whole problem right now. He's had unlimited power, unchecked for 2 years, And he just can't handle this. He doesn't get to do everything he wants to do. He's a big spoiled child in charge of the country.
I really want to see if they scroll their names down across the screen, or if there's going to be a bunch of pissed off people who thought they were donating $1.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
All right.
Oh, clap, clap, clap,
Looks
clap,
like
clap.
Trump's entering the
Clap,
room.
clap, clap.
Oh, there's a judge.
Oh,
Another
I think
judge.
it's Gorsuch. Oh, the one I...
Oh, yeah, so the fucking...
Oh, there's a Kavanaugh.
Oh, my God. Wow.
I don't see RBG.
Yeah.
I think she's sitting it out.
There's a hell of a lot of
Gorsuch,
Democrats in white.
Kavanaugh.
A bunch of the Democrat women are wearing white in solidarity. You see like a whole section of the room is white.
Ew. You know, he had a brewski before he walked in, right?
Oh, Kavanaugh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with Ski.
With
Squeed.
Jay and Squeed.
Gang Man Greg. Yeah.
Date Rape Dave.
Date Rape Dave. They were lifting weights. All right. So
Yeah,
you're listening to Widdershins.
he looks all buzzed.
We're waiting for...
I feel
Trump
like we're
to come
those
in, I
robots
think.
in Mystery Science Theater.
I know. You said that last time we did this kind of thing.
I did?
I think so.
I'm consistent.
Yeah.
That means I really mean it.
Yeah. Where you just have talking points you're operating from.
No.
Kavanaugh
See, his
looks
face
so
is all
happy.
red, like
Yeah.
he's had a few too many.
Yeah, yeah. All right, they're
And that's
smiling.
the other dude Trump appointed that Obama was supposed to appoint in that slot.
Yeah.
Neil Gorsuch.
All right, so you're tuned to Widdershins. We're
Well, I
getting
don't
ready
see
for
Clarence.
the
Where's Clarence?
Trump's State of the Union attack. 2019, February, 5th?
Okay, so there's
February
only,
5th,
there's only 4 of them
2019.
here. The rest of them are eating popcorn at home.
Who, the judges?
Yeah.
They said that some of them chose to stay home.
Yeah,
and I didn't
Ginsburg
hear
isn't
why.
there.
Yeah.
Thomas isn't there.
Yeah.
And 3 more. Oh, I forget.
Wow. So yeah, that's. I think Pelosi had, right to raise security concerns when he wanted to do it during the government shutdown.
Well, yeah,
Like,
because
that's
they're
like
all in the same
everybody's
room.
there.
Except the designated survivor, who I'm not happy about that decision.
All right, so the First Lady has
Oh, here
entered
comes
the room.
here comes Be Best.
Says aides must have told him that, let that lady in
Oh,
her
look
first.
at everybody wearing white.
Yep.
Ew.
So Trump has entered the building. First Lady's entered the House chamber. There's the kid that got bullied
Is that
for
the
being
kid?
Trump. It looks like
is
him.
that the Trump kid?
Yeah, it looks like the Trump kid. Kid named Trump.
Life ain't easy for a boy named Trump.
Here's the First Lady trying to be best. It'd been funny if she accidentally wore white and she didn't get the memo.
No, she always gets the memo. Oh God,
All right,
look
she's
at her.
looking equally, usually squinty-eyed like usual. Who's
She-
the one next
no,
to her?
look at how wide her eyes are, though.
I
She's
know.
like trying to open them so they're not beady.
I know. And we're getting ready for the president to come in.
That'd be funny if he came in on his golf cart.
Well, I hope all the chat people got back in the chat room. Or the people that were in the chat room.
There we go, Joshua Trump. They're talking
Joshua
about him.
Trump.
No relation. Ugh, the cabinet's coming now. Oh, there's that guy who's married to that woman who's just hideous. Oh, and there's the guy who looks like Mr. Magoo. He's the one who said, I don't understand why they can't just take out loans.
Yeah.
Yeah. These people are hideous. And that's Pompeo.
Oh my God! So there's an endless
Oh, and
parade
there's
of
that
people walking in,
Kristen,
shaking hands.
whatever her name is, who the Homeland Security Director. Oh, Ben Carson. I hate him.
Ben Carson just walked in. Everybody, I see all the news reports alerting us that it's about to start. We already know. We're Widdershins. Ahead of your game, man. Well, we're watching CNN. All right. Oh, God, I hate that we have to use those words. President of the United States.
Not Chow from The Hangover,
Yeah.
but there's another Chow who's Mitch McConnell's wife.
Yeah.
Ellen Chow?
Elaine Chow.
Elaine
Chow.
Ellen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Acting Attorney General, like I said, there are 5 of these cabinet officials are acting. They have not been confirmed by the Senate. The Senate is, of course, under the advice and consent duty, supposed to confirm.
Oh, the CIA director, Gina something.
National Intelligence. David Coates just a few seconds ago, right there he is to the left. And obviously,
Oh, Lion Ted.
Lion Ted.
they were saying testifying before Congress.
Is that Mitt Romney?
It looked
got
like
his
Mitt.
back to
Looked
us.
like Mitt, yeah.
North Korea would be declared how ISIS has not been defeated. President Trump got very angry at that. Put out
He got very angry when they corrected him and said, sir, actually, ISIS hasn't been defeated yet.
Yeah, that was a
dare
great
they?
one. The intelligence people had
The
intelligence.
naive
Yeah.
intelligence people will have to go back to school. Oh, it's not getting dark till 6 now.
Look at that.
You didn't call me Big Ben.
Yes, Big Ben.
It's the first time in the Trump presidency that we will hear
Oh, God. He's taking his time. His wife's been here for 5 minutes now.
Secretary of State. He's got a big decision to make. There is a Senate seat in Kansas, his own state, opening up, and he's got to decide whether or not he wants to stay.
So
The moon has entered Pisces.
that's what he was waiting for. He's going to walk in right after the moon entered Pisces.
Why would he want the moon to be in Pisces?
I don't know. He has bad magicians, too.
No. Soon, Trump to be introduced to joint sessions of Congress. Oh, God. So they just have to stand there and look busy until he gets introduced? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, you guys. We're not being terribly entertaining here, but I'm just looking at these hideous people, and I don't know what to say.
Wow. I see some people. Hello, Lisa. I'm glad you got back in there. Yeah. We couldn't get out of the chat room, so we had to reboot the phone. They updated the app, and so I cannot chat with you. Will not do that again right now.
I wonder,
How many women showed up wearing white? There's like a whole section.
Yeah, there's a whole section of them.
Like, I don't know how many that is, but a buttload or so. Here we go.
Okay, so some dude is screaming.
He's the announcer guy.
Is he the town crier?
The town crier. And they're clapping.
Oh, God. Barf.
The Orange Menace has walked
that's
in,
not
shaking
very
hands.
Not very becoming.
Shaking hands, shaking hands. Mitch McConnell back there behind him somewhere. Jesus, take your time. What, are you going to stop and sign autographs? Waving and pointing to people in the crowd. Very near Trump's State of the Union speech, February 5th, 2019. I'm going to try and take a drink every time he lies. Play along with us at home. I started early just to get, ahead, because it's going to be like 5 lies in one sentence when he opens up. You'll see.
Who are these people walking in front of him? They don't look like bodyguards.
No, I do not see
there's
any
the-
Secret Service people, I think, because they're in the house, and the house is locked down, and I don't know.
Ew.
Just shook Kavanaugh's hand. There's some generals that hate his guts. Oh, the looks. The generals barely looked him in the eye. Nobody saluted him.
Wow. Are they supposed to salute him?
Commander-in-Chief, I would think the general should salute.
Body language, what they say to each other, will listen very, very carefully. It was interesting as he was walking down the aisle, a lot of Republicans were standing along the aisle to shake his hands. When there was a Democratic president, we used to see a lot of Democrats waiting along the aisle.
And as you know, a lot of those members of the House come early and sit in those seats just so they can have the opportunity to shake the hand of the president and be on television during that time.
Yeah, I want the opportunity to shake his hand.
Obama and his commission during Trump as well. Obviously, different people waiting for their seats.
He just shook
Hi,
Nancy
Nancy.
Pelosi's hand. Hi, Nancy. Yeah.
President of the Senate and
He
likes
is
to
taking
call
the
her
podium.
this event is about to begin.
Okay.
It is historic.
This event is about to begin.
Look at ourselves. Every year when we see a State of the Union address, we learn something, and potentially it could be very simple.
Every time I see somebody standing at a podium to give a speech, I think of Police Academy.
And I knew you were going to say that.
How did you know that?
I knew it.
What? I'm old.
Don't make me talk into my beer like that.
A lot of these whippersnappers don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're still going, what?
Oh, there's Bernie.
There will be around
Bernie.
Then they'll begin
I think Bernie just took a drink too.
He's got a flask.
for almost an hour, given all the applause, the standing
Bernie deserves a drink.
anticipate, especially from the Republicans.
All right, quit fucking clapping.
It's like that thing that Stalin did where everybody was afraid to stop
Yeah.
clapping because they didn't want to be the first one to stop.
All right, we're going to turn up the volume to hear Dickhead and turn it down so we can talk over him. All right?
CNN saying, let's see how much he deviates from the script.
When he goes out to a rally, he likes to just ad-lib and speak, but this is a much more structured address.
Okay, let's see.
Thank you very much,
Drake.
Madam Speaker, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, the First Lady of the United States.
Yeah. What?
All
Oh,
right.
oh God. Ugh.
Lady. I'm sorry, the first whore of the United States. There ain't anything bad about whores.
And my fellow
She's the first one we had.
We meet tonight at a moment of unlimited potential.
Huh?
As we begin a new Congress, I stand here ready to work with you to achieve historic breakthroughs for all Americans.
Oh, I got a drink.
Our
Drink.
fellow citizens are watching us now gathered in this great chamber, hoping that we will govern not as two parties, but as one nation.
You lying little bitch.
Oh, look, this
divided
side,
us
this
more than
side
anyone
is
else.
standing up.
Yeah, somehow the Democrats aren't really into that. Yeah. Oh, they are.
Except the justices are like, nah, he
Yeah,
can't
what-
fire me.
Yeah, why aren't the justices doing this standing
They have a
ovation
lifetime
thing?
appointment. They don't
The
care.
agenda I will lay out this evening is not a Republican agenda
Yeah, it
or
is.
a Democrat agenda. It's the agenda of the American people. Many
Bullshit.
of us have campaigned on the same core promises
No.
to defend American jobs and demand fair trade for American workers.
Lord.
To rebuild and revitalize our nation's infrastructure. To reduce the price of health care and prescription drugs.
All which you're
to
not doing.
create an immigration system that is safe, lawful, modern, and secure,
Yeah.
and to
Walls are
pursue a
modern.
foreign
Water.
policy that puts America's interest first. There is a new opportunity in American politics if only we have the courage together to seize it.
Seize this, bitch. No, I don't want you touching that. Get Cheeto dust on it. Shit.
Victory is not winning for our party. Victory is winning for our country.
Yeah, but you don't do that. That's exactly what I was just bitching at you about on Twitter. You're the president for the Republicans. That's all you've cared about. Oh, it's another lie. I gotta drink. All of you people out there.
This year, America will recognize two important anniversaries that show us the majesty of America's mission and the power of American pride. In June, we mark 75 years since the start of what General Dwight D. Eisenhower called the Great Crusade, the Allied liberation of Europe in World War II.
He just learned about that today. From one
Learned
of
of
his
World
aides.
War II. You learned about it today.
Yeah, from one of his aides.
June 6, 1944, 15,000 young American men jumped from the sky, and 60,000 more stormed in from the sea to save our civilization from tyranny. Here with us tonight
You mean
are
from
three
your
of
idol?
those
From
incredible
the
heroes.
alliance he's just destroyed.
Private First Class Joseph Riley, Staff Sergeant Irving Locker, and Sergeant Herman Zaitchek.
They don't look very happy to be there. I don't know.
Urban Zaitchek has having a trouble standing
Yeah.
up.
Well, they're like a million years old, all these guys. But he's
Zaitchek sounds like it's a Russian name.
but he's destroyed our alliances with all of these people that he just mentioned. And that's part of his strategy with Russia. Part of Putin's strategy.
Oh, Zaitchek stood up.
Yeah, they helped him.
In Russian, that means little rabbit. Zaitchek.
Zaitchek, little rabbit.
Gentlemen, we salute you. In 2019, we also celebrate 50 years since brave young pilots flew 250,000 miles through space to plant the American flag on the face of the moon.
Oh, fake
Half a
news.
century later, we are joined by one of the Apollo 11 astronauts who planted that flag, Buzz Aldrin.
Really? How old is he? Oh my god, he's almost as old as the
He
veterans.
looks the same. I recognized him.
Yeah, dude. He totally looks like Buzz Aldrin.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing of this has anything to do with anything. All past glories that he's destroyed. Alliances aligned.
Thank you, Buzz. This year, American astronauts will go back to space on American rockets. In the 20th century, America saved freedom, transformed science, redefined. the
So
middle
now he
class,
likes science all of a sudden.
And when you get down to it, there's nothing anywhere in the world that can compete with America.
And that's the most arrogant, fucking, insulting thing to say to everybody else in the world. Thank you. If You're going to make the whole nation narcissistic.
Now we must step boldly and bravely into the next chapter of this great American adventure. And we must create a new standard of living for the 21st century. An amazing quality of life for all of our citizens is within reach. We can make our community safer, our family stronger, our culture richer, our faith deeper, and our middle class bigger and more prosperous.
By tax cuts for the rich.
Yeah. You've been fucking the middle class for 2 years, you stupid son of a bitch.
But we must reject the politics of revenge, resistance, and retribution, and embrace
Nancy's on her
the
back.
boundless
She's like,
Yeah, Nancy's on her
cooperation,
iPad or something.
compromise, and the common good.
Oh, she don't look happy. The Democrat women are not standing, and the Democrat
Together
men
we can
too.
break decades of stalemate. We
AOC
can bridge
didn't even
old
clap.
divisions, heal old wounds, build new coalitions, forge new solutions, and unlock the extraordinary promise of America's future. The decision is ours to make. We must choose between greatness or gridlock, results or resistance, vision or vengeance.
I don't want your
incredible
results, I want
progress or
resistance.
Yeah, it's all about vengeance.
destruction.
The fact that the people who are supposed to
Tonight,
pay for
I
it
ask
aren't paying
you
for it
to
means that
greatness.
we have vengeance.
Yes, choose greatness by resisting your foulness. Yes, resistance. Resistance. Nancy Pelosi is not standing. She does not choose his version of greatness,
Oh, and that
clearly.
senator from Hawaii is not
She is not
clapping.
standing.
For the last 2
Or
years,
clapping.
my administration has
Or
moved
smiling.
with urgency and historic speed to confront problems neglected by leaders of both parties
Oh,
for many decades.
Fucking
In
bullshit.
just over 2 years since the election, we have launched an unprecedented economic boom, a boom that has rarely been seen before.
All based on
Nothing
Obama's
like it.
work.
We have created 5.3 million new jobs.
No.
And importantly,
You did
added
not.
600,000 new manufacturing jobs, something which
No.
almost everyone said was impossible to do.
You
But
haven't
the
done
fact
that.
is, we
The
are
factories are
just
closing
getting
down.
Started.
The last of our auto industry just died. It's just lies. Now I gotta smoke a bowl every time he lies now. And drink. God, let me off like that.
Wages are rising at the fastest pace in decades and growing for blue-collar workers who I promised to fight for. They're growing faster than anyone else thought possible. Nearly 5 million Americans have been lifted off food stamps.
Oh, yeah.
Kicked off food stamps.
Yeah. Oh, there's Mr. Magoo.
Nancy's not clapping. Nancy. Wrong, Nancy.
The U.S. economy is growing almost twice as fast today as when I took office. And we are considered far and away the hottest economy anywhere in the world.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Close.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's fucking
China's
lie.
got nothing to do with it.
Unemployment has reached
I gotta
the
drink.
lowest
Lie.
rate in over half a century.
I don't know what that was, but that must have been a lie too. And smoke. I got a ring of smoke. Oh. Okay. I'm catching up.
African American, Hispanic American, and Asian American unemployment have all reached their lowest levels ever recorded.
All based off shit Obama did. That's such bullshit. He has done nothing. Lies. God, I can't.
Nancy's not even clapping.
Yeah, I can't drink enough.
Oh yeah, you can, baby.
Unemployment for Americans with
That's what I like about you.
disabilities
What?
has also
Well, that
reached
and other
an
stuff I can't say right now.
all-time low.
Tell me more about my eyes.
Look at all the Democrat
Look,
women in white,
All
not,
the women
not
in white
clapping.
are just sitting there looking sour
But
AF.
looking now that at any time in the history of our country, 157 million people at work.
Fucking lies.
We passed a massive tax cut for working families.
Oh, this one's bullshit.
Tax credit.
No. Middle class got fucked on this. Fuck you.
People who voted for him
Are
got fucked.
pissed, especially the people that voted for him
Nothing
got
else
fucked.
really bothered them
Yeah.
up until this.
No, they lies,
Virtually
bitch.
ended the estate tax or death tax, as it is often called,
Estate
on
tax.
small businesses, for ranches, and also
Ranches.
for family farms.
Do we have family farms anymore? I don't think so. Oh. I think family farm. That horse got out the gate a long time ago,
The
bro.
very unpopular Obamacare individual mandate penalty.
That is such a good thing.
That is
Make
such a
it
good
harder
thing.
for people with pre-existing conditions to get health care.
Yeah.
That's great.
Critically ill patients access to life-saving cures. We passed, very importantly, right to try.
Right to try what? A couple Democrats standing up. I think that's where the line is.
Has cut more regulations in a short period of time than any other administration during its entire tenure.
Pelosi needs to be like clipping her nails or
Companies are
something.
coming back to our country in large numbers, thanks to our historic reductions in taxes and regulations. And we have unleashed a revolution in American energy. The United States is now the number one producer of oil and natural gas anywhere in the world.
What? That's a fucking lie. Where's the clean coal, bitch? How'd clean coal work out? All that fracking and shit happened way before you. That's where the natural gas is coming from. You didn't do it.
For the first time
Coming from his
in
ass.
65 years,
Natural gas come for your ass. You're right.
From
you did
your ass.
from your ass. That's what I said.
Yeah, they did for your ass.
He's right. He solved it. Strix has a family
after
farm.
24 months of rapid progress, our economy is the envy of the world.
Oh
Our
yeah.
military is
What?
the most powerful.
People are
on Earth.
dying
By far.
Oh.
And America
No, I think Russia is. Sorry. Used to be. You suck. We don't have a missile that can't be shot down, bitch.
America is again winning each and every day.
I'll drip to that.
Winning.
Members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
He looks like Mussolini right now. He's got his Mussolini face on. Democrats, a lot of the Democrat women are on their phones.
The ones in white.
The ones in white.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
It's like one of his rallies.
I know.
That sounds so good. Our country is vibrant and our economy is thriving like never before. On Friday it was announced that we added another 304,000 jobs last month alone, almost double the number expected.
Maybe those were the federal employees going back to work. Some of the Democrat women are clapping, but unimpressed. It's like a golf clap.
An economic miracle is taking place in the United States.
Oh, it's a miracle.
And the only thing that can stop it are foolish wars, politics, or ridiculous partisan investigations.
Oh! There it is. That's what you can't deal with. Pelosi is smirking. You don't like that the FBI has got your ass. He's going to try and make that go away.
If there is going to be peace and legislation, there cannot be war and investigation.
Oh,
It
guy's
just
going to do his
doesn't
Dr.
work
Seuss
that way.
thing again. Hardly anybody
We
clapped for
must
that.
be united at home
He's such
to
a
defeat our adversaries abroad. This new era of cooperation can start with finally
Pelosi's
confirming
writing something
the more
down.
than 300 highly qualified nominees who are still stuck in the Senate, in some cases years and years waiting, not right.
I'm not sure what he said, but
have no
I should
idea.
probably drink.
Yeah.
It had to be a lie. Had to be a lie.
If half these idiots are standing, we need to drink.
Act on these nominations, which is unfair to the
Wittershins.
nominees and very unfair to our country. Now it's
Very,
the
very
time
unfair.
for bipartisan action.
Wine.
Believe it or not,
Sad.
we have
So sad.
already proven that that's possible. In the last Congress,
Schumer's
both
looking like an
parties
evil
came
genius right
together to
now.
pass unprecedented legislation to confront the opioid crisis, a sweeping new farm bill, historic VA reforms, and after 4 decades of
He's
rejection,
working up to
we
the
passed
wall right now.
VA accountability so that we can finally terminate those who mistreat our wonderful veterans.
Like, you mistreat our wonderful better. The Republicans haven't passed a fucking vets bill in like decades now. Even under Obama, and they didn't pass one under this fucking guy. Oh my God. Yeah, we support the troops. Yeah.
And just weeks ago, both parties united for groundbreaking criminal justice reform. They said it couldn't be done.
Who said it couldn't be done?
Okay, Pelosi standing up and clapping for that.
Ugh. Jared and Ivanka. Ew. It's so gross.
Last year, I heard through friends the story of Alice Johnson.
Oh, she get duct taped
I
over her
was deeply
mouth.
moved. In 1997, Alice was sentenced to life in prison as a first-time nonviolent drug offender. Over the next
Oh,
22 years,
is that the person Kim Kardashian
became-
talked to him?
Oh,
Pardon.
the one that Kim Kardashian asked him
Inspiring
to
others
give a
to-
pardon
I
to.
don't know if that's her.
I think that's her. I remember them saying
she
she was
had a
going to be there.
big impact on that prison population and far beyond. Alice's story underscores the disparities and unfairness that can exist in criminal sentencing and the need to remedy this total
Oh my God,
injustice.
she's sitting next to Jared.
Oh,
She
God.
served almost
See, there's Madonna on the right.
22 years and had expected to be in prison for the remainder of her life. In June, I commuted Alice's sentence. When I saw Alice's beautiful family greet her at the prison gates, hugging and kissing and crying and laughing, I knew I did something right. Alice is with us tonight, and she is a terrific woman. Terrific. Alice, please.
Okay, you did something right. But you did that just so you could be doing shit like this, talking about this thing that you did right, not because it was right.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
No, you don't give a fuck. You're listening to Widdershins. We give a fuck.
Oh, there's Kristen Sinema, who wore those thigh-high boots to the Senate floor.
Alice, thank you for reminding us that we always have the power to shape our own destiny. Thank you very much, Alice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if my daddy gave me billions,
Inspired
I'd
by
have
stories
power to
like
shape my own
Alice's,
fucking destiny,
my
too.
administration worked closely with members of both parties to sign the First Step Act into law. Big deal. Big deal.
Such a big deal, he had to read it off of something as he was saying it. Ooh, he can read. I saw that. He read
This
something.
legislation reformed sentencing
He
laws
practiced.
that have wrongly and disproportionately harmed the African American community. The First Step Act gives nonviolent offenders the chance to re-enter society as productive, law-abiding citizens. Now, states across the country are following our lead. America is a nation that believes in
States
redemption.
across the country
We
are
are also
following
joined
our
tonight
lead.
Charles from Tennessee. In 1996, at the age of 30, Matthew was sentenced to 35 years for selling drugs and related offenses. Over the next 2 decades, he completed more than 30 Bible studies, became a law clerk, and mentored many of his fellow inmates. Now Matthew is the very first person to be released from prison under the First Step Act. Matthew, please. Thank you, Matthew. Welcome home. Now, Republicans and Democrats must join forces again to confront an urgent national crisis. Congress has 10 days left to pass a bill that will fund our government, protect our homeland, and secure our very dangerous southern border. Now is the time for Congress to show the world that America is committed to ending illegal immigration and putting the ruthless coyotes, cartels, drug dealers, and human traffickers out of business.
They go under the wall, dumbass. They have tunnels. El Chapo escaped from prison in a tunnel with a railroad built into it that a motorcycle ran down the rails.
As we speak, large, organized caravans are on the march to the United States.
The brown horde's coming. Ah!
That Mexican cities, in order to remove the illegal immigrants from their communities, are getting trucks and buses to bring them up to our country.
They're sending
in
their
areas
worst.
where there is little border protection. I have ordered
The Democrats are laughing at him right now.
3,750 troops to our southern border to prepare for this tremendous onslaught.
An onslaught.
This is a
Brown
moral
onslaught.
issue. The lawless state of our southern border.
The generals
is a
don't seem
threat
impressed.
To the safety, security, and financial well-being of all America. We have a moral duty to create an immigration system that protects the lives and jobs of our citizens. This includes our obligation to the millions of immigrants living here today who followed the rules and respected our laws. Legal immigrants enrich our nation and strengthen our society in countless ways.
I can't keep up with the drinking.
No.
I want people to come into our country in the largest numbers ever, but they have to come in legally.
I gotta drink again. Well, EP, try and keep up.
I'm asking you to defend our very dangerous southern border out of love and devotion to our fellow citizens and to our country.
Oh, you gotta love
No
it.
issue better illustrates the divide between America's working class and America's political class than illegal immigration. Wealthy politicians and donors push for open borders while living their lives behind walls and gates and
Nobody's
guards.
pushing for open borders. Nobody's fucking asked for open borders. Not one fucking person. I'm an anarchist and not asked for open borders. Jesus.
Meanwhile, working class Americans are left to pay the price for mass illegal immigration. Reduced jobs, lower wages, overburdened schools, hospitals that are so crowded you can't get in, increased crime, and a depleted social safety net.
Oh, the brown horde is the increased
For
crime,
illegal
right?
Immigration
What?
is
The
not
brown horde is
compassionate.
why we have the
It is
increased crime,
actually
right? Is that
very
what he's saying?
cruel.
Yeah,
Probably.
brown horde. Yeah. Oh, I missed that. I'm sure it was a lie. Drink, smoke,
Warren's
smoke and
not
drink.
crying.
Same time.
Oklahoma
Warren's not
is-
camping.
Is sexually assaulted.
One of them was
God.
crying.
A long journey north.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Smugglers use
Yeah.
migrant children
Oh
as
God.
human pawns to exploit our laws and gain access to our country. Human traffickers and sex traffickers take advantage of the wide open areas between our ports of entry to smuggle thousands of young girls and women into the United States and to sell them into prostitution and modern-day slavery.
Tell us about
You
the
should
Mexico
know.
tape.
Tens of thousands of innocent Americans are killed by lethal drugs that cross our border and
Through
flow into our
points of
cities,
entry.
Through points of entry.
including meth, heroin, cocaine,
Airports
and fentanyl.
and the post office.
The savage gang, MS-13, now operates in at least 20 different American states. And they almost all come through our southern border. Just yesterday, an MS-13 gang member was taken into custody for a fatal shooting on a subway platform in New York City. We are removing these gang members by the thousands.
I bet that one's a lie.
But until we secure our border,
Like the duct tape
they're
over the
going
mouth.
to keep
All that shit he
screaming
made up.
right back in. Year after year,
Must have
countless
gotten that from the
Americans are
fake
murdered
news.
by criminal, illegal aliens. I've gotten to know many
That brown
wonderful
horde again.
angel moms and dads and families. No one should ever have to suffer the horrible heartache that they have had to endure.
You can insult the Gold
Here
Star
tonight
families that
is
lost a
Deborah
son and
Bissell.
a daughter in the military.
Just
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, Deborah's
Yeah.
parents, Gerald and Sharon were burglarized and shot to death in their Reno, Nevada home by an illegal alien. They were in their 80s and are survived by 4 children, 11 grandchildren, and 20 great-grandchildren. Also here tonight are Gerald and Sharon's granddaughter, Heather, and great-granddaughter, Madison. To Deborah, Heather, Madison, please stand. Few can understand your pain. Thank you, and thank you for being here. Thank you very much.
Nice of you to exploit them, but all right.
Thing is, he doesn't understand their pain either.
No. He hasn't met them before today. I don't even know if he met them today.
No.
I will never forget it. And I will fight for the memory of Gerald and Sharon, that it should never happen again. Not one more American life should be lost because our nation failed to control its very dangerous border.
Oh my
In the
God.
last 2 years, our brave ICE officers made 266,000 arrests.
And all of the mass killings are white people, and over 80% for the last 2 years have been Trump supporters. Fuck you.
Assaults, 30,000 sex crimes, and 4,000 killings or murders. We are joined tonight by one of those law enforcement heroes, ICE Special Agent Elvin Hernandez. When Elvin
It said he was ICE. Here it says he's DHS.
When Elvin was a boy, he and his family legally immigrated to the United States from the Dominican Republic.
Ooh,
At
he
the
said
age of
it.
8, Elvin told
Yeah,
his
she said
dad he
Dominican
wanted to
Republic.
become
It's not
a
bad.
special agent.
Somebody coached him.
He's vacationing.
Today, he leads investigations into the scourge of international sex trafficking. Elvin
Scourge.
says that if I can make sure these young girls get their justice, I've really done my job.
So
Thanks to
people
his
from the
work
Dominican
and that
Republic
of
are
his
coming? What is he saying?
incredible colleagues,
What's the point here?
more than 300
Like, how
women
else
and
would he
girls
immigrate here? He's not
have
going to
been
come through the
rescued from
southern border.
horror of this terrible situation. And more than 1,500 sadistic traffickers have been put behind bars.
And I'm sure that number's bullshit. So I should probably drink.
I'll look at. What are they doing?
No, sure.
I know she doesn't like ice, so I don't know why
We
she's
will
doing it.
always support the brave men and women of law enforcement. And I pledge to you tonight that I will never abolish our heroes from ICE. Thank you.
But according to CNN, he works for the Department of Homeland Security and not ICE.
My administration has sent to Congress a common sense proposal to end the crisis on the southern border.
Oh,
It includes humanitarian assistance,
No.
more law enforcement, drug detection at our ports, closing loopholes that enable child smuggling, and plans for a new physical barrier or wall to secure the vast areas between our ports of entry.
cool. Get Mexico to
In the
go to
past,
pay for it, man.
most of the people in this room voted for a wall, but the proper wall never got built. I will get it built.
That's a lie. Don't-
Yeah, we voted well, not we,
Yeah.
people voted for a wall that they thought Mexico was going to pay for.
Yeah, that was the promise. You broke your promise.
This is a smart, strategic, see-through steel barrier, not just a simple concrete wall. It will be deployed in the areas identified by the border agents as having the greatest need, and these agents will tell you where walls go up, illegal crossings go way, way down.
Where are these agents? Nobody can produce them.
The other thing is he's
Trump-
saying they're going to go up where they're needed. He
Yeah.
said there won't be a continuous wall, so
Yeah.
people are going to start
San
using the
Diego
areas where there
used
is
to
no
have
wall.
The most illegal
Duh.
border crossings in our country. In response, a
That
strong
Kamala
security
Harris
wall
is
was
amused.
put in place. This powerful barrier
Probably going to take a bunch of bong rips.
ended
She can barely stop
illegal
laughing.
crossings. The border city of El Paso, Texas, used to have extremely high rates of violent crime, one of the highest in the entire country, and considered one of our nation's most dangerous cities. Now, immediately upon its building, with a powerful barrier in place, El Paso is one of the safest cities in our country.
Now, the mayor of El Paso disputes everything he's saying
Yeah.
right now, and already did.
I read an article that said that the crime has not changed at all.
Yeah. The mayor disputes that the crime went down at all, and the mayor, knows this shit. It's in his daily briefing and shit.
So let's work together, compromise,
Work together.
and reach a deal that will truly make America safe. As we work to defend our people's safety, we must also ensure our economic resurgence continues at a rapid pace. No one has benefited more from a thriving economy than women, who have filled 58% of the newly created jobs last year.
All right, so the Democrat women in white had to stand for that part. But,
You weren't supposed to do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All Americans can be proud that we have more women in the workforce than ever before.
that has nothing to do with you. That's why he... Okay, so the Democrat women in white stood up for his last statement, and he took that personally and thanked them for it. It wasn't about anything that he did. He was stating some things that existed, like right there. It's like, yes, we have more women in the workforce than ever before. Don't sit yet, he said.
Exactly 1 century after Congress passed the constitutional amendment giving women the right to vote, we also have more women serving in Congress than at any time before.
Yay! That has nothing to do with you either.
That's why we control
Yeah,
the house, bitch.
And that's why, but when they stood up the last time, he took that as a personal accomplishment, like they were standing up supporting him. So he's talking about shit that he didn't do. That women fought for, rights that women fought for, not him. They're high-fiving each other, having a good old time. I got the Democrat women to chant the USA. They don't hate the USA. Geez.
No, none of us hate the USA.
Oh, look, you brought everybody together. No.
That's great. Really good. And congratulations. That's great. As part of our commitment to improving opportunity for women everywhere, this Thursday, we're launching the first ever government-wide initiative focused on economic empowerment for women in developing countries. To build on... To build on our incredible economic success, one priority is paramount: reversing decades of calamitous trade policies. So bad.
Calamitous.
We are now
Wow.
making it
Somebody
clear to
coached him
China
on that word.
that after years of targeting our industries and stealing our intellectual property, the theft of American jobs and wealth has come to an end.
I think he's talking shit about China here.
Well,
Exactly.
Therefore, we recently imposed tariffs on $250 billion of Chinese goods.
Got
And
it.
now our Treasury is receiving billions and billions of dollars.
Billions and
But I don't
billions.
blame China for taking advantage of us. I blame our leaders and representatives for allowing this travesty to happen. I have great respect for President Xi, and we are now working on a new trade deal with China.
Because the old trade deals that he's talking about put so many American businesses out of business. Yeah.
Reduce our chronic
that
trade
MAGA hat
deficit.
your grandma has, that was made in
I
China.
made China.
Jobs.
Whatever he said, Pelosi's not standing, so I'm going to drink.
Okay, me too.
Another
We taught
historic
Sasha
trade
how to
blunder was the
clink and then drink.
Yeah.
catastrophe
With his little
known
bottle.
as NAFTA. I have
Now the
met
whole world.
the men and women
It was
of
cute.
Michigan,
That's cute.
Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, New Hampshire, and many other states whose dreams were shattered by the signing of NAFTA. For years,
Oh, I remember a lot of
politicians
shattered
promised them
dreams.
they would
NAFTA?
renegotiate for a better deal. But no one ever tried until now. Our new U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, the USMCA, will replace NAFTA
MCA.
and deliver for American workers like they haven't had delivered to for a long time. I hope you can pass the USMCA into law so that we can bring back our manufacturing jobs in even greater numbers, expand American agriculture, protect intellectual property, and ensure that more cars are proudly stamped with our 4 beautiful words: Made in the USA.
USA is not a word. It's an acronym. Stands for 3 words. You knew that.
United States Reciprocal Trade Act, so that if another country places an unfair tariff on an American product, we can charge them the exact same tariff on the exact same product that they sell to us.
I'm not sure if I disagree. Have the same tariff that they have.
Both parties should
I don't
be
know.
I'm sure there's something wrong
There's
with it.
something wrong with that. Yeah.
for a great rebuilding of America's crumbling infrastructure.
Yeah. So far, you haven't done shit. Yeah, you almost killed the audio industry.
Congress is eager to pass an infrastructure bill.
Infrastructure.
And
yeah.
I am eager to work with you on legislation to deliver new and important infrastructure investment, including investments in the cutting-edge industries of the future. This is not an option, this is a necessity. The next major priority for me and for all of us should be to lower the cost of health care and prescription drugs and to protect patients with pre-existing conditions.
Well, I agree with that, but I don't believe him.
He's not gonna.
No. He's done his best to do away with those
Romney's even
protections.
barely clapping.
Yeah,
'Cause
Mitt
he
Romney's
actually
golf
did it.
clapping. Yeah,
He did it.
yeah.
Already as a result of my administration's efforts in 2018, drug prices experienced their single largest decline in 46 years.
I
Great.
doubt that was anything he did. Yeah, I didn't drink. I got to drink and smoke for this one. This big line.
But we must do more. It's unacceptable that Americans pay vastly more than people in other countries for the exact same drugs, often made in the exact same place. This is wrong. This is unfair. And together,
If he says it's wrong and unfair, it's
we'll
got to be a
stop it
lie.
fast.
It's got to be a lie. I got to drink. I mean, it sounded right, but then he said wrong and unfair. Those are some of his buzzwords he used for everything because he's a
I'm
random
asking
bitch.
Congress to pass legislation that finally takes on the problem of global freeloading and delivers fairness and price transparency for American patients. Finally.
Why is Mitch McConnell not clapping?
I think he doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah. Mitch McConnell looks like he's drugged.
To disclose real prices, to foster competition, and bring costs way down.
Way down.
Oh, yeah. That's such a concern of yours. Oh,
No force in history has done more to advance the human condition than American freedom. In recent years,
that's the human condition.
That's very nice to say to the whole world. No wonder they think we're arrogant.
in recent years, we have made remarkable
That
progress
guy looks like
in
Herman
the fight
Munster.
against HIV and AIDS. Scientific
You're Republican
breakthroughs
or
have
something.
brought
But yeah.
a once distant dream within reach. My budget will ask Democrats and Republicans to make the needed commitment to eliminate the HIV epidemic in the United States within 10 years. We have made incredible strides. Incredible.
What? How? Why? I mean, how are you going to do that? What?
I have it, Boo.
Together we
I
will
have it.
defeat AIDS in America and beyond. Tonight I am also asking you to join me in another fight that all Americans can get behind, the fight against childhood cancer.
You know, when he finally gets done, I think we're just going to be done. I don't have anything more to say. I've been bitching about it.
There's only
I've
2
been
minutes
bitching
left.
about it live, I know, but
10-year-old girl,
Yeah, let's just go.
Grace Eline.
we got to watch the rebuttal.
Yeah, but not on the air.
No. Oh, so he's got some little girl that survived cancer that he's pimping out, I guess. Yeah. Did you finish? Did you finish your food?
Hi, Grace. Every birthday since she was 4, Grace asked her friends to donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. She did not know that one day she might be a patient herself. That's what happened. Last year, Grace was diagnosed with brain cancer. Immediately, she began radiation treatment. At the same time, she rallied her community and raised more than $40,000 for the fight against cancer.
So that's the other kid she had sitting next to her, the first lady.
When Grace completed treatment last fall, her doctors and nurses cheered. They loved her. They still love her. With tears in their eyes, as she hung up a poster that read, "Last day of chemo." Thank you very much, Grace. You are a great inspiration to everyone in this room. Thank you very much. Many childhood cancers have not seen new therapies in decades. My budget will ask Congress for $500 million over the next 10 years to fund this critical life-saving research. To help support working parents, the time has come to pass school choice for Americans' children.
You're tuned to Widdershins. And when he's done talking, we're going to
He's not
play a
finished
song
yet?
and end the damn show. But yeah, he's still going.
I'm also proud to be the first president to include in my budget a plan for nationwide paid family leave, so that every new parent has the chance to bond with their newborn child.
I'm sure you did that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did that with all your children. Even the special one.
There could be no greater contrast to the beautiful image of a mother holding her infant child than the chilling displays our nation saw in recent days. Lawmakers in New York cheered with delight upon the passage of legislation that would allow a baby to be ripped from the mother's womb moments from birth.
Oh, here he
These
goes.
are living, feeling, beautiful babies who will never get the chance to share their love and their dreams with the world. And then we had the case of the governor of Virginia, where he stated he would execute a baby after birth. To defend the dignity of every person, I am asking Congress to pass legislation to prohibit the late-term abortion of children.
That's not what they're talking about with late term. Oh my God. I don't know if I can drink to that lie.
That's the
There's so
narrative.
much. I know.
The fact is, there is no woman who wants a late-term abortion. All of these children are wanted.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And he's acting like they just rip him out.
Yeah.
That cherishes innocent
That's what he
life.
said. They're like, rip him out, execute him. Oh, the Democrat women in white aren't standing. What do you know? Generals aren't
And let
standing,
us
judges aren't
reaffirm
standing.
a fundamental truth. All children, born and unborn, are made in the holy image of God. The final part of my agenda is to protect American security. Over the last 2 years, we have begun to fully rebuild the United States military with $700 billion last year and $716 billion this year. We are also getting other nations to pay their fair share. Finally.
The generals are trying to keep a straight face right now. Trying.
For years, the United States was being treated very unfairly
Very, very unfairly.
by friends of ours, members of NATO. But now we have secured, over the last couple of years, more than $100 billion of increase in defense spending from our NATO allies. They said it couldn't be done. The United States is developing a state-of-the-art missile defense system. Under my administration, we will never apologize for advancing America's interests. For example, decades ago, the United States entered into a treaty with Russia in which we agreed to limit and reduce our missile capability. While we followed the agreement and the rules to the letter, Russia repeatedly violated its terms. It's been going on for many years. That is why I announced that the United States is officially withdrawing from the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, or INF Treaty. Perhaps
I have nothing to say. I'm just going to drink.
we really have no choice. Perhaps we can negotiate a different agreement, adding China and others, or perhaps we can't, in which case we will outspend and out-innovate all others by far.
You must think he lied. You
As
just had a
part of
drink.
a bold new diplomacy,
He probably did.
we continue our
Probably.
historic push
Odds
for
are
peace
Odds are high.
on the Korean Peninsula. Our hostages have come home. Nuclear testing has stopped.
No!
And there has not been a
No, it
missile
hasn't.
launch
Lie.
in more than 15 months. If I had not been elected President of the United States, we
Huh.
would right now, in my opinion, be in a major war with North Korea.
Oh! We weren't even close to a war with North Korea. Oh, you fucking
Much work
psycho
remains to be
fucking
done.
bitch. Oh my
But my
god.
relationship
You know that guy they just
with
showed with the
Kim
patch?
Jong-un
Yeah.
is a good one.
That's the guy
Chairman Kim
who
and I will meet
mansplained to
again on February 27th and 28th in Vietnam.
that security advisor,
Uh-huh.
2 weeks ago, the United
and he's
States
been in office
officially
for like a whole month.
recognized the legitimate
name?
government of Venezuela and its new president, Juan Guaido.
What's her name? What's her name? Okay, hold
We stand with the
name?
Venezuelan people
on. Oh, there we go.
in their noble quest
Juliet
for freedom,
Kayyem.
and we condemn
If he
the
was in the
brutality
IS.
of the Maduro regime, whose socialist policies have turned that nation from being the wealthiest in South America into a state of abject poverty and despair. Here in the alarmed by the new calls to adopt socialism in our country.
I am not alarmed.
America was founded on liberty and independence.
Pelosi's laughing.
And not government coercion, domination, and control.
Except when it comes to abortions.
Stay
Except when it comes to abortions.
Well, coercion, dominance, and control is his whole regime, man. Bernie's kind of smirking. He's trying to keep a poker face. He's covering his mouth. He's pissed. Bernie's
Tonight,
pissed.
We renew our resolve that America will never be a socialist country.
All the usual people are standing. Oh, that's USA chant.
One of the most complex set of challenges we face and have for many years is in the Middle East. Our approach is based on principle realism, not discredited theories that have failed for decades to yield progress.
Pelosi's in the background looking
this
through the
reason,
transcript of everything
my
that Trump has said so far. She looks amused. Like she's formulating a plan. I don't know what he just said, but it doesn't fucking matter, does it?
Our brave troops have now been fighting in the Middle East for almost 19 years. In Afghanistan and Iraq, nearly 7,000 American heroes have given their lives. More than 52,000 Americans have been badly wounded.
Oh,
We have
that's
spent
that guy.
more than
Yeah.
$7
Man's
trillion in fighting wars in the Middle East. As a candidate for president, I loudly pledged a new approach.
Crenshaw.
Great nations do not fight endless wars.
Well, I'll give him that one.
Sasha,
but
what do you think of
he
this?
hasn't. He hasn't
What do you think of his
done
speech?
anything. He hasn't
Yeah.
actually the speech.
Bad? Yeah. It's pretty bad.
When I took office, ISIS controlled more than 20,000
Oh,
square
God.
miles in Iraq and Syria.
Now they've been eradicated.
Just 2 years ago. Today we have liberated virtually all of the territory from the grip of these bloodthirsty monsters. Now, as
Pelosi's
we work with our allies
scrunching her face.
to destroy the remnants of ISIS, it is time to give our brave warriors in Syria
Generals are trying to
a
keep a
warm
poker
welcome
face.
home. I have also accelerated
How long is he
our
going to talk?
negotiations
Or, I'm sorry,
to
generals,
reach, if
admirals,
possible, a political
all of them.
settlement in Afghanistan. The opposing side is also very happy to be negotiating. Our troops have fought with unmatched valor, and thanks to their bravery, we are now able to pursue a possible political solution to this long and bloody conflict. In Afghanistan, my administration is holding constructive talks with a number of Afghan groups, including the Taliban. As we make progress in these negotiations, we will be able to reduce our troops' presence and focus on counter-terrorism, and we will indeed focus on counter-terrorism. We do not know
Talking with the
whether
Taliban. Yeah, that'll work.
we'll achieve an
Sure.
agreement. But we do know that after 2 decades of war, the hour has come to at least try for peace. And the other side would like to do the same thing. It's time.
And who's he talking about?
The Taliban.
The Taliban wants
Negotiating
peace.
with the Taliban.
Yeah, all we have to do is make sure none of our women get to go to school.
Yeah, in Afghan culture, they don't want peace. That's not.
The
No.
nation's power and
Stupid.
will to defend our people. 18 years ago, violent terrorists attacked the USS Cole, and last month, American forces killed one of the leaders of that attack.
Yeah. Obama got Bin Laden.
We are honored to be joined tonight by Tom Wibberley, whose son, Navy seaman Craig Wibberley, was one of the 17 sailors we tragically lost. Tom, we vow to always remember the heroes of the USS Cole. Thank you, Tom.
It's great and all, but how long is he going to drone on? And, oh my God. How long is the State of the Union address usually?
My administration has acted decisively to confront the world's leading state sponsor of terror, the radical regime in Iran. It is a radical regime. They do bad, bad things. To ensure this corrupt dictatorship never acquires nuclear weapons, I withdrew the United States from the disastrous Iran nuclear deal.
That all of the intelligence people say that Iran is not pursuing. There's that.
We put in place the toughest sanctions ever imposed by us on a country. We will not avert our eyes from a regime that chants death to America and threatens genocide against the Jewish people.
Yeah. But the Nazis like you. How is this going to work out?
We must never ignore the vile poison of anti-Semitism or those who spread it.
But the Nazis like you.
With one voice,
They're Nazis.
we must confront this hatred
I can't.
anywhere and everywhere it occurs. Just months ago, 11 Jewish Americans were viciously murdered in an anti-Semitic attack on the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. SWAT officer Timothy Matson raced into the gunfire and was shot 7 times, chasing down the killer.
How long is he going to blather?
And he was very successful. Timothy has just had his 12th surgery, and he's going in for many more. But he made the trip to be here with us tonight. Officer Maxson, please.
All right. Wow, he's alive. Nice. Well, everybody's going to stand for that, but you could have got him a better seat. He's up in the balcony. Okay, so the generals and the judges, they stood for that thing.
I would stand for that.
Yeah, everybody stood for that. If you didn't stand for that, you were a
It's
total
actually
dick.
not a
you
bad
know?
seat. It's like 1 or 2 rows behind Ivanka and Jared.
Oh, okay.
See, they're...
Oh, yeah. All right, not a bad seat.
Thank you. We are forever grateful. Thank you very much. Tonight we are also joined by Pittsburgh survivor Judah Salmon. He arrived at the synagogue as the massacre began. But not only did Judah narrowly escape death last fall, more than 7 decades ago, he narrowly survived the Nazi concentration camps. Today is Judah's.
Ooh, a lot of your base say those
birthday.
don't exist. That didn't happen. Ooh, he's going to piss off his base. He acknowledged the Holocaust. No, he fucked up.
Well, okay, it's somebody's birthday. Judah. Oh, the guy you just introduced. Okay, it's his birthday. Alright. I don't know how they knew that.
They wouldn't do that for me, Judah. Judah says he can still remember the exact moment nearly 75 years ago, after 10 months in a concentration camp, when he and his family were put on a train and told they were going to another camp. Suddenly, the train screeched to a very strong halt. A soldier appeared. Judah's family braced for the absolute worst. Then his father cried out with joy, "It's the Americans! It's the Americans!"
But he's still talking about that Judah guy.
Really?
The birthday boy.
Thank you. A second Holocaust survivor who is here tonight, Joshua Kaufman, was a prisoner at Dachau. He remembers watching through a hole in the wall of a cattle car as American soldiers rolled in with tanks. To me, Joshua recalls, the American soldiers were proof that God exists. And they came down from the sky. They came down from heaven.
Hey,
I
honey.
began this evening.
Yeah.
Lisa Schofield says that Tiffany Trump is wearing all
who
white.
fought on D-Day.
Oh, she is? I didn't even notice that. I saw her, but I didn't even...
One of them
I
was
didn't even,
Herman
it didn't
Reich.
dawn on me. It's funny.
But there is more to Herman's story.
You don't know.
A year after he
I don't know,
stormed the
I don't know.
beaches of Normandy, Herman was one of
Sasha,
the
are you enjoying Trump's
American
speech?
soldiers who helped
We aren't either.
liberate Dachau.
My
But I
boy
just
knows
know if
what's
we
up.
stop broadcasting, something's going to happen.
Well, you know what? I'm still waiting for the names to scroll on the screen.
Oh,
People
yeah.
got ripped off.
Yeah, when's that
I
happen?
haven't seen that yet. I don't know.
He was one of the Americans who helped rescue Joshua from that hell on earth. Almost 75 years later, Herman and Joshua are both together in the gallery tonight, seated side by side, here in the home of American freedom. Herman and Joshua, your presence this evening is very much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you, Herman and Joshua. Why is he talking about this? Try to make the case that he's not a Nazi? He's going to piss off his base. His base are Nazis. Deal with it.
Thank you. When American soldiers set out beneath the dark skies over the English Channel in the early hours of D-Day 1944, they were just young men of 18 and 19 hurtling on fragile landing craft toward the most momentous battle
this story
in the history of war. They did not know if they would survive the hour. They did not know if they would grow old. But they knew that America had to prevail. Their cause was this nation and generations yet unborn. Why did they do it? They did it for America. They did it for us. Everything that has come since our triumph over communism, our giant leaps of science and discovery, our unrivaled progress towards equality and justice, all of it is possible thanks to the blood and tears and courage and vision of the Americans who came before. Think of this Capitol. Think of this very chamber where lawmakers before you voted to end slavery, to build the railroads and the highways, and defeat fascism, to secure civil rights, and to face down evil empires. Here tonight, we have legislators from across this magnificent republic. You have come from the rocky shores of Maine and the volcanic peaks of Hawaii, from the snowy woods of Wisconsin and the red deserts of Arizona.
Oh, please be a
From
wrap
the
up.
green farms of Kentucky.
See
and
the
the
shining
golden
sea.
beaches of
Yeah, we
said
know.
that. Amber waves and
And her
rain.
waves and shit. All
the
that.
most extraordinary
Some
nation
grains.
in all
Grades are
history.
bad.
What will
Carbs.
we do with this moment?
Okay.
How will we be remembered? I ask the men and women of this Congress, look at the opportunities before us.
How will we be remembered if we don't stop this fucking fool?
Are still ahead. Our most exciting journeys still wait. Our biggest victories are still to come. We
I think
have
Bernie's falling
not
asleep.
yet begun to dream. We must choose whether we are defined by our differences or whether we dare to transcend them.
You're the
We
one that
must
doesn't
choose
dare to
whether we
transcend them.
squander our great inheritance, or whether we proudly declare that we are Americans. We do the incredible. We defy the impossible. We conquer the unknown. This is the time to reignite the American imagination. This is the time to search for the tallest summit and set our sights on the brightest star. This is the time to rekindle the bonds of love and loyalty and memory that link us together as citizens, as neighbors, as patriots. This is our future, our fate, and our choice to make. I am asking you to choose greatness. No matter the trials we face,
Greatness
no matter
is
the
opposing
challenges to
Trump.
come,
I'm sorry.
we must go forward
Greatness.
together.
You ain't
We
great.
must keep America first in our hearts. We must keep freedom alive in our souls. And we must always keep faith in America's destiny. That one nation, under God, must be the hope and the promise and the light and the glory among all the nations of the world. Thank you. God bless you.
That was a lovely bunch of fucking fluff. All right. Thank you for joining Widdershins, where we've been playing the Trump drinking game and smoking game all night long for every lie, and as such, it's like
We're loaded.
we're loaded. We got to go do stuff still. I still got to figure out how to put the kid to sleep and all that while loaded. God, like I've never done that before.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. I'm sure there was probably no better way to spend that experience than with Widdershins. You can find us at Widdershins Radio on Facebook. You can find us at Widdershins Radio at gmail.com.
And we did not put those people's names on
I
the
did not
screen.
see all the... Marta got the eye for details, man. We're well into the end of this thing.
We're done.
And all of those people, if there were all of those, maybe they just didn't get
all
anybody
those-
that paid.
Yeah, there's that. Or all those people who were swindled out of $35 didn't get anything for it.
He's shaking hands with the generals, and they don't seem to be enjoying themselves.
Oh, there's Kavanaugh.
Even Kavanaugh looks like he needs a drink.
Gonna go have some brewskis.
All right.
PJ is ski.
Thanks for joining us, y'all, especially all of y'all that went through all of the
And we're gonna
crap
watch
that
spend
led us
our
here.
own private
Yeah.
time watching the rebuttal.
Yeah, so go tune in the rebuttal on CNN or whatever, and you won't be giving Trump. Wait a minute. Just tune in for the rebuttal.
Yeah, we
and
took
then,
one for the team.
Yeah, we took one for the team, so you wouldn't have to give him a rating.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, y'all.
It's
We'll
true, man.
see you next week. Hey, by the way, thank you all in the chat room. And I want to say hi in the chat room. Cut me off again like happened earlier.